Secret Service detail. You can see it in each corner of these fairgrounds in Butler County, Pennsylvania. I can tell you, when the series of explosives went off, some of us were confusing it for what would sound like firecrackers. But it was quite clear to the crowd immediately that there shouldn't be firecrackers going off here, and so many people took cover. We jumped beneath the rafters upon which I'm standing, which is behind the seated part of this crowd. Others just hit the deck, got into the grass. The former president was, you may see this better than me from the footage, removed by a Secret Service detail that seemed to pounce immediately. In fact, a lot of people were conflating this for firecrackers. It didn't go down until they saw the former president get rushed by his security detail. We can't speak to his condition right now. All we can say is he jumped back up, raised his fist in the air. The crowd cheered when he did, and he appeared to have some bit of blood on his head at the time.
Raised his fist in the air. We are all praying that he is okay. We understand the Secret Service has whisked him away in the motorcade. The FBI, we're told, is aware, but this right now, just as it's happening, is a Secret Service investigation. Scott, this comes as all eyes were really on this rally because we are just days before the Republican National Convention, and at any moment, the former president, was expected to announce his VP pick. So this was a significant rally, and, you know, at a time where there's been a lot of scrutiny, a lot of focus on who that could have been. We are getting in some commentary from J.D. Vance, the senator from Ohio, who was one of the contenders for former President Trump's VP pick. He has written on X, "Everyone join me in praying for President Trump and everyone at that rally. I hope everyone is okay." It is a sentiment that we all echo. Scott, can you tell us what is happening now? We're seeing some pictures, likely from earlier, of a motorcade being taken out and security personnel in camouflage heading in with long guns, surely trying to secure the area.
I'm seeing another ambulance move in right now, Adriana. Pardon me as I look away, but I see another ambulance behind one of the rafters near where former President Trump was speaking. This crowd is 90% gone from the seating area. They've moved back behind us, and some of them in the direction of their cars or towards all the walking areas that got them the very long walk from the parking lots to the rally site. But we see no shortage of medical units. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3 fire truck or medical units nearby, a police detail keeping the crowd away from that area. To be clear, this is a heavily secured event. This is not just a hanging out at the county fairgrounds. You had to get wanded. You had to go through metal detectors. You had to go through a Secret Service protective detail to get into this site. And people were arriving here as early as 10 or 11 this morning. People were entering this area as early as 1 o'clock this afternoon. They've been screened, which begs any number of questions. I can also tell you that it's worth noting the crowd, some of them are being particularly hostile. They're yelling in the direction at us, yelling in the direction of authorities, but they are emptying out. Rally's over.
It's incredible, Scott, how quickly that crowd emptied out. When we were talking just moments ago, it was packed. And now when we just saw you recently, you know, you can see that that area has been cleared. I can hear the yelling behind you, Scott. No doubt this is a difficult, frightening moment for everyone who was there, everyone across the country who was watching, for there to be shots to have been fired toward the president. And at this point, it's too early to know exactly what happened. We saw him reach up and touch his head. We don't know if he was hit. We don't know if he was grazed. We don't know if someone else was hit. You just told us, Scott, that you saw an ambulance at the scene. But this is a moment that is going to change the trajectory of this campaign. Already, so much focus had really been on this campaign on the side of President Biden. Now we are talking about the unthinkable, potentially former President Trump on stage as shots ring out here in Butler County, Pennsylvania. Scott, can you tell us a bit of what you're seeing now? What are people yelling behind you?
I want to buy your house. I can pay you cash for your house, no matter